everybody, Anthony Dodge, Maltrain Outsider, Miracle and Outsider, a Night of the Rhomboid Table. I'm going to take what is already a long song and make it an even longer video. I feel like I need to explain this video. The video is called Legend of a Mate, and I think it's presumptuous of me to call Tim a mate. This is a video that is a tribute to a former, and he may still be a YouTuber, but I haven't seen him in the train community in a couple of years. His name is Tim Wells. And most of you that are now members of this channel probably don't know him or vaguely remember him. But Tim came in for a lot of us at the just as YouTube got going. We all got to know him. He had a lovely channel called Family Model Railway. It was he, his wife Rosie, and their 2 kids, and it was just a brilliant channel. I loved it. He had enthusiasm. He was a scratch builder. Everything he made was scratch build. He already had one layout that he had built and some scenes he had built before he came on YouTube. Amazing scratch builder, ultra realistic and just brilliant. But he started streaming when so many of us were home and either out of work or working from home and had a lot of downtime. And many of us have always said Tim was one of those people because he live streamed almost every day. I think he really did live stream Monday through Friday, like 9 a.m. American time, maybe, like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. his time. And it was just brilliant. A whole group of UK and some American people came in, and we were at the time we were pub crawling or live stream crawling, where somebody was on at 9, somebody was on at Tim was on at 10 or whatever, and we all went to the same live streams. Okay, we're going to this guy's live stream now and this guy's live stream now. And Tim was extremely brilliant. But once he started doing his scratch builds on camera, you'd get the rivet counters coming, you're doing that wrong, or that's not the way you should do that. And be like, I would be very much like just thinking and wanting to type, but trying to keep peace, going, shut up and wait till he's done and look at the result. Because his results were always brilliant. I don't care how he got there. And some of the rivet counters would go, well, I was just trying to help, and that crap. But his channel went through some name changes. He eliminated the family part. And then he developed, because his real passion wasn't even model trains, it was photography. But his model trains went through various metamorphoses. He did N scale, and he was building the 00 scale layout for his son. They eventually moved up to a garden railway, which I think they were doing, was it O? I think it was O scale they were doing as a garden railway. Rosie did her own channel for a while where she did building of models and things. And of course, Tim had his various iterations of his channel, but his biggest passion was photography, as I mentioned, and he is a brilliant photographer. In fact, that was one of his businesses before COVID, was he ran photography schools and took groups out on photography tours, and he taught them, how to do photography, and would take them to scenic places on the Isle of Wight. And it was brilliant. He began selling his pictures to the train folks. A lot of folks own these photographs of his. They are brilliant. He is an absolutely brilliant photographer. And the last I know, because he eventually did leave YouTube, life happens, but also COVID kind of ended, and slowly he was able to reestablish his photography business. And last I knew, because I haven't talked to him in 2 years, last I knew, he had opened down on the beaches of the Isle of Wight, he had opened a boutique where he was selling his photography, and it seemed to be going well. And I don't know, life happens, so I won't pretend to know. I only saw a Facebook post he did months ago, where he was out and about with his son, and of course watched his son grow up. His son's a teenager now, and when we started he was like 6 or 7 years old. But his channel went through many names, and then he had a channel where he was mixing his photography and filming. That would be the phone. Where he was mixing his photography and hiking and stuff, and it was walking the Tim Wells way, and he set a lot of things up that way, and it was it was brilliant. He just did a lot of things. One of the things I remember, and there's a lot of inside jokes on this, but for example, there's a line about Jack and Coke, because when he was doing his evening live streams, he would have a Jack and Coke, and a joke that began, and this, it was, he would call, you know, with permission, he would call, and you know, there'd be a drawing and somebody would win, and he would call and order them a pizza that night, or whatever night they wanted the pizza. So he'd just call and order a pizza for them wherever they lived in the UK. It was brilliant. So just a lot of things, but we've told him, and he's such a humble person. He didn't understand that he and other people like Chris Whittingham, a lot of these guys that were live streaming multiple times for a week at the height of COVID, they really helped keep a lot of us sane. A lot of people that were home going stir crazy. It kept us sane. We went in, we got to chat with people like a pub, hang out, laugh, have a joke, talk model trains, talk whatever. And he was at the heart of it in a lot of ways. And personally, I do miss him. Now, I would be very out of line to say I was a good friend of his. I liked him. We have chatted at times briefly via Facebook messaging, but I haven't kept up with him. And he might still be on YouTube, and I just never got notified he's got a new channel for his, because he did have a YouTube photography channel, but last I checked, it was shut down. So I will check again before I do this video. But this video is, I don't have anything I can grab off of his channels, because his channels are all gone, or they're private. So I couldn't download and just really give all that. So it's just a quick tribute with hopefully a couple of photographs of Tim, but it is a tribute Joyce and I wanted to do to him. We wrote this song 3 years ago, and it's taken a long time to get it out there. And in that time, I didn't think to grab stuff before his channel started disappearing. But yeah, we wrote it 3 years ago, and we're just now releasing it. Joyce finally gave it her 4th try, and this time she nailed it. So I hope you enjoy it.
Tim Wells on YouTube is gone. No, he's out there, still the same. Tim Wells on YouTube is gone. No, he's out there, still the same. Family Model Railway came, Eileen Scenics was just the same. Then came TTMA. Tim Wells on YouTube. Tim Wells on YouTube. Tim Wells on YouTube is gone. No, he's out there, still the same. Tim Wells on YouTube is gone. No, he's out there, still the same. First he worked on his Engage, then double became the rage. A garden railway had its day. Tim Wells on YouTube. Tim Wells on YouTube. The Isle of Wight, there is a sight about a bloke who likes to run his trains. His scratch goes bill come out to right, even if it's best it seemed to some a bit insane. He does photography so grand, you really can't believe he's really just one man. He's got an eye that is so keen, he knows exactly which way he'll catch his scene. Tim Wells on YouTube. Tim Wells on YouTube. way. He's walking the Tim Wells way. Tim Wells on YouTube. He'll drink his Jack and Coke, or send a pizza to a blow. Are you in on all his jokes? Tim Wells on YouTube. Tim Wells on YouTube. Tim Wells on